Hello and welcome. We are here at the digital office at home, wanting to help you make a better living for yourself, whether that is more free time for your family or more income. It doesn't really matter. We want to help you design a life, a work life and home life that you really like so that you can work from home and you don't have to drive into work and that type of thing. So anyway, if you're not already doing that, we're going to help you get there. And if you are already doing that, Gail and I want to help you expand.
We have ideas.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So
Mm.
we are on just about any platform you can imagine. So if you want to watch us, you can go to YouTube. We're Digital Office at Home on YouTube. And if you have podcasts where you want to listen to us in the car or while you're mowing the grass or shoveling the snow, as poor Gail has to do, we're there for you. So just put it in your ear and your favorite podcast app and just take us along with you.
And I don't do snow.
Well, you live
My
in a snowville, so
I
what's up with
definitely
that?
live in the snow, but fortunately for me, my husband is at the snow, and grew up with three brothers, so didn't have to do the snow.
Oh, that's good. That's
I
good. I
was
did hurt my
spoiled.
back one time when I lived in Michigan, shoveling the snow. So I'll
Yeah,
blame it. Yeah, I'll blame it on the ice, slipping and falling on the ice and shoveling the snow for my back problems today.
it could happen. Trust me.
Yes, yes. Well, today we've got some exciting things to talk about. We really do feel like helping you expand or start a new business. So we're going to talk a little bit about what happened to us last week. Gail, from your perspective, what happened?
What happened? We started our new national networking. Is that right? Is that what you're looking for? Okay. Our referral business builders, and that was really fun because we had people come from all over the nation. There were quite a few of us. It was our first meeting, so it was impressive. And we did our 60-second commercial elevator pitch, you know, and it was really great because we were able to hear ideas, give ideas, the networking worked, and we were in the privacy of our own homes. So it just was fabulous. We didn't have to leave the house. COVID spoiled us. We all got comfy, cozy, and probably gained a few pounds being home. I myself, like Marian says, I live in a very wintry place. And the only light we see in the winter is the refrigerator. So we do have to stay uh, with humans, and we can't get out a lot of times. We need to, now that we have the internet and we have Zooms and we have I just know Zoom, Zoom is like Kleenex, right? It's like Zoom.
Right, right.
Any platform is a Zoom, even if it's not. But we love it because we can actually connect. And I you could do all the ideas that you get, we can still use them on the internet, how to market ourselves. But I think you're going to talk more about an A to Z, like give people an A to Z. Oh, I'm not making any money. My business is not doing that. Blah, blah, blah. My business, blah, blah, blah. What aren't you doing? And what do you need to do to get your business to start making money? What are some ideas? That
Well,
kind
I
of thing.
think the first thing that people have to think about is what are you selling? What kind of products or services or both do you have? Because if you are not clear about that and you can't make the other people that want to buy your stuff clear about what it is, then no one's going to ever buy your stuff and then your business will fail and boom, boom. So that's the first thing, in my opinion, is you have to figure out what it is that you want to do. So the service is probably the best way to handle it, although products work very well as well, especially if they're digital products like an ebook or something that you can create once, like a t-shirt design, mugs, that type of thing. If you have products and services that are digital, that's great because once you create it, then you can keep selling it over and over again and the costs are much lower. So you have to figure out, what are you going to sell? What are you going to offer? I don't even like that word sell. I don't sell.
Right.
I
What are you going to serve
awesome.
your community with? What are you going to serve your country with? I'm going to
Well,
serve
and
my
who's
country.
your community,
Right,
right?
right. Identify your niche market or niche market, whatever. If you're coming from France, then you could say niche. And if you're from New York, so who do you market? Who are we marketing to? But I love the idea of the products too, because you can do that for free. There's no money. These companies, you can design a product and they produce it for you. You just have to put the picture on it, which doesn't cost anything in many cases. And then they send it, and then you get a percentage. I mean, come on
You
now.
know, they even do clothing. So
Right.
your beautiful blouse that you have on, you could create a design and then send it to this company who will produce it and then send it to the customer. And so you have to
Right.
figure out, and if you're not a designer, I get it, okay? You either have it or you don't. Most people say, Marian, you have it. And I've seen other people that, just don't.
Don't.
But that's okay. You can always hire somebody to
Right.
create that design that you have in your mind. So
Correct. Yeah. Like
think about,
Fiverr used to be $5. I mean, I know
oh, a
probably,
little
that
more
was
than that now.
yeah, well, you can put the budget in there. You can say, I only want
Yeah,
$5 to $10. So,
yeah,
don't discount that, but
right.
you know,
And if we talk about something that costs money and you say to yourself, well, I don't have the money, don't go there, okay? Because we have the books and this and the knowledge
oh
and
yeah.
the opportunities to share with you ways that
Yeah.
you can get the money. You can have sponsors,
Yeah.
you can do crowdfunding. There's like a whole host of different things, grants. So don't go down the road, well, I don't have the money, so forget it. That shouldn't even come into play. Think about what you want to offer the world or
Right.
the community. Let's,
Yeah.
the
Just
world
put it
might be
out
too
there
big.
because well, you've got the internet, so you never know who's going to see your stuff. You know, you just never know.
That's right. And even if it's not something physical, but it's like, I don't, not like, it's an event or
Right.
something
Yeah.
where you are creating something and people want to buy it. I'll give you an example. I listen to a podcast when I go to Houston. It's an hour and a half drive from me. Every week I have to go. So I have an hour and a half there, hour and a half back, and I listen to a podcast. And this podcaster was interviewing somebody who was designing events for making crafts. So she started out with 5 people. She said she didn't really promote it too much, but it was how to make earrings and like a craft thing. And she soon found out that they all wanted it again and they wanted to bring their friends and whatnot. And now she caps it
Great.
at 40 people for every class and they're always sold out. So she does all
Fantastic.
kinds of things. She makes polymer earrings, which I don't even know what that is, but that's what she was selling. And then she expanded from there. So I don't want you to have limits on yourself, is what I'm saying. And
You're good like that.
the
Yeah,
Idea Factory lady here, Miss Gail Kendig, can help you flush that idea out, right?
yes, very much so. And I do love that people, they kind of they know what they're good at, but sometimes
Or
it
they
gets
know
bare.
what they love.
They know what they love, but they also know what they can do. They know what they can do. They don't know what they can't do. And then that stops them because then they think that they don't know what they're doing. But you have to go by, like, here's the lady that likes earrings, or she loves to create jewelry. So I just think that people have to identify what brings them joy. What do they like to do? I always used to say, for years, I would say, what do you do when you forget all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. Like you haven't eaten in hours and hours. It's like, oh my gosh, I didn't even eat today. I didn't have lunch. I didn't have breakfast or whatever. Because you were so excited about what was keeping you busy. So what keeps you busy that you forget to eat? That's kind of a good benchmark. I have a friend who's making stuff. He's actually a pastor, but in his spare time, because he's an electrician too, but he loves woodworking. And his garage is filled with all projects that he's finished. He did our mantle, um, custom made. It's over 400 years old, the wood. Beautiful job. He's just a beautiful carpenter. And he loves it though. He don't it's something about the mindset that he just it takes him away. Like when you're creating, Marian, you probably do that when you're, Canva helping somebody with a website. You're like, oh shoot, I was supposed to be at this appointment, or I was supposed to do this because because you're so into what you're doing. And you have to identify that. If you don't identify that, then you're just floundering. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try this. And sometimes that costs money and that didn't work. And then you forgot you bought it until you get the monthly bill. It's like, oh shoot. I
Oh,
haven't done anything
darn.
with that. Has that ever happened? I'm like, oh
Oh,
boy.
darn. Yeah. Well, I think that's the main thing is if you already have a business and you want to expand, how do you do it? Do you need to add more services, products, or do you need to just expand your marketing, that type of thing? So there's a lot of different things that we could help you with. We do have a
Right.
mastermind that meets twice a week for an hour and a half, and it's all recorded so you can watch it. If you can't make a meeting, you can watch it. You can ask for help for anything, that type of thing. I really want you to take advantage of that. It's only $10 a month and it's well worth it. Well, so once you have an idea for a business, product, service, or an event, that type of thing, then you want to be able to market it, right? So Gail and I were involved in this brand new referral business builders. So if you go to referralbusinessbuilders.com, you can read all about it and you can sign up for the newsletter. It's basically a way to meet new friends and get more people to see what you're doing. Uh,
Right.
get to
It's great.
see you as a person, get to see you as a business owner, get to see your products and services and meet other people. But the main goal is to locate people who want to refer you to other people. So you're not selling. You see, I don't like that word sell or selling. It just doesn't feel good to me. I don't want to sell anybody. I want to I want to offer what I have to people who need it and want it. And so a referral is a much better way to
Right.
create your business.
So great. Yes. And you helped me because you had a person who had just lost her job and she's actually was going to school to do something else because she had a passion, but she needs money. You got to pay your bills.
Yep.
So she's like, what am I going to do? What can I do? And then you said, Gail. So I was able to come up with some ideas for her in a very short period of time. And it
And it
worked
was
out
like the perfect answer to her question and to her problem. She was thinking, I have this horrible problem. It felt so heavy on her. She thought she was going to have to get a job and then quit them because once her schooling's over and she's let set free, basically, then she would have to quit this job and feel bad about that. So, Gail, what did you do to take the load off of her? She's like a new person.
I'm very happy about that. Well, first of all, I did my homework first, asked her for her resume so I could see what she did, what her skills were, right? And what she's done for the last few many years. And so I could see clearly she was definitely in accounting business, everything about accounting, anything a company would ever need, big, small, whatever. She did everything. And so I knew what that was all about, but I didn't know what her purpose or passion was. So I just had to get to that. I knew that what she was going to school for, because she's not, 20 years old, she's already had this long history. She must have a passion for something that she really wants to do. So what is that? Number one. So when I found that from talking to her, I just asked her about that, and she just, when somebody's talking about their passion, they get so excited, they get so happy, and they
It's
they
true.
love talking about it. So she was great, and I said, okay, so you're learning every day. Number one, you're learning every day. So you know what? You can that information you're learning, you can turn that right around and make it into social media and share that information with other people. Now, those other people, they become your niche market. They're interested. So they're going to be watching, they're going to be, downloading PDFs, do whatever they got to do. And now you're already, you got, and I told her to do temp work with everything that you already know. You could do it in your sleep, temp work. I said you could cover for a maternity, you could cover for a disability, you could cover people need that kind of, help in their companies. So that'll be an easy job for you to get. You tell them what hours you can work, you're the boss And anyway, she's like, I never thought of that. So
Gail, you are like a miracle worker. Every time I hear of or refer you a client, it's every single time. It's like, oh, the ideas. Oh my God. I mean, that's why you are called the Idea Factory Lady. Okay. No wonder. You have
Well,
the best
everybody's different.
ideas.
Well, everybody's different, and you have to really talk to the person, like get to know what they're all about. And I have had so many years of experience, honestly. But I have no education as far as I don't have a degree. I'm not a PhD.
It doesn't matter.
I
It's
mean,
your
no,
passion and
I'm
you're
not
good
a
at
I'm a
it.
PhD when it comes to humans. I've always worked with humans. And I just love humans. To me, that's my energy. That just gives me
Yes.
life, just being with people. And now even with the Zooms and stuff, I love humans. You could tell I get so excited. I mean,
Yes.
in our meetings, you have to calm me down because I got to throw water on me or something. It's like, Gail, stop talking or stop, because I get so excited about helping people and I just love them.
Well, you're really good at it and it shows and it comes through from your heart. So tell me what you liked about the national networking that we did on Zoom. And we do have it twice a month now, so put it on
It
your
was very
calendar.
cool. So the
It's
new people that I
second
had
and
never met
fourth,
before. Yeah, I
second and
never.
fourth Thursday at
Second.
7 p.m. Central,
Oh yeah, eight. I'm an eight o'clock because I'm in the Eastern.
Eastern.
Eastern's always the best. No, just kidding. So so the one lady, she was great because she does high-end, high-end decorating for like big businesses, small businesses, your home, even, decorating, but this is a multi-million dollar company and she's, really cool lady. So that was fun meeting her. And then the other one was actually on who I helped, right, with you. She was really great, the accounting person, but she's very excited because she's helping seniors too. Oh, and then the other lady. So I'm not giving any names because you got to come and to our meeting and meet everybody. And the other one is helps people over 40, mostly women. I guess she does help women over 40 move their body, like just move. Like there used to be a lady used to say, you got to eat, you got to breathe, and you got to move, right? Well, she will even do chair exercises, anything. If as you get older, you get all these aches and pains. We've had surgeries. I had a neck surgery, so I'm very limited with what I can do. She is so good and she's so soothing. She's just like a cup of tea, she just makes you feel warm and fuzzy. She's just beautiful spirit. I mean, just so many new people that I love meeting. It's hard, I can't go through everybody, but it just was great. And the people that we already know, that came on, our friends that we normally do talk to in our other group. It's so great to have these communities. It really is wonderful to have these communities to attach yourself to.
Yes.
It's I can't
Yep.
say enough about it. You don't
Yes.
want to stay home and just wait till 7 o'clock for Wheel of Fortune to come on. It's like you got to have more than that in your life. Not that there's anything wrong
For me,
with
it's TikTok, you know. Oh boy. I can't wait to watch my
scroll,
TikTok start.
scrolling. Yeah, the scrolling. It's like I can't
Yeah.
believe it's been 2 hours. But it's so entertaining. That's the problem.
Yes. Yes. So what I got out of it really was everything that Gail said and then some. I got out of it that it's going to grow even bigger. And when it does, what we're going to have are breakout rooms. So Zoom is fantastic for allowing us to control the amount of people, not control you, but control the amount of people and how it works. So we'll have everybody together when we first get in, and then we'll start breaking out into two, three, four people per room, depending on how many people are there. And that way each person can meet one-on-one with
Yeah.
two or three or four other people, and really get to know them, because I think that's where the magic happens.
Yeah.
We all got to say 1 to 3 minutes what we do, and it took the whole hour and a half.
Mhm.
So we can't do that every time, especially if we have more people. It just worked
Right.
out. It was the perfect amount of people for an hour and a half. So just think about it. Think about joining us. So how do they do it? They go to referralbusinessbuilders.com, and you can join a local chapter if there's one near you, or you can join the national. So it's not really a national chapter, but I guess you call it that, huh? National chapter. I don't, guess not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, then when you want some questions answered, there's more than a number of opportunities. You can talk to somebody, a chapter leader. Gail's a chapter leader in New York. I'm one in Texas. We have another one in Huntsville, Texas. We've got one in North Carolina. There's just different places around the country where you could tap into, or you can just ask questions online. Some people don't like to pick up the phone or, or talk to people.
Right, right.
So you can just leave a message and someone will get right back to you.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. And they could, even if they have maybe they have a question, they don't even have to join right away. If they have any questions about how it works, how they might say, how could I contribute? Maybe they don't have enough faith in what they're actually selling, or maybe they need coaching in what to sell or what to create to sell. We can help
Yes.
with
We
that.
have a lot of coaches in the group.
Yeah. And
We
your
have a lot of business
your
owners.
website designer yourself. So we got
Yeah.
that. You've helped many people create their books.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
Everybody's got a book in them. If you've lived life at all, you got a book in you, you
yeah,
know.
yeah. So let's say you think this is cool and you want to learn more about it. Well, guess what? Bonus, you also get a directory listing. Once you become a member, it's only $10 a month, and you get in-person and online Zoom sessions, in-person meetings if you're near a chapter. You get online Zoom meetings twice a month, and we're probably going to add more, who knows? But you also get a directory listing for referral business builders members. So you'll be able to get more exposure and to find other great, wonderful people. There's a lot of different things that I've been through because I'm kind of old now. I've been through where I really feel good about this. So I was in charge of the Houston area. There were two different speaking opportunities there. So one was out of Dallas, and they opened up a chapter in Houston, and I was in charge of that one. And then there was another one, Public Speakers Association, and I was in charge of all of the Houston chapters. So here's what I learned from that. Yes, you could put me in the front of a group of people and say, talk. And I can talk about anything, literally. I learned how to do that because if a speaker didn't show up, I had to go
Right,
on, right?
right,
So I
right.
learned early on, okay? So practice, keep going, practice
Yeah,
your
good
speeches.
point.
It'll really help. And the second thing I learned is when you're a club member, when you're a member of something, then you feel good and comfortable with other club members. So when I would go to a different city, I didn't have to stay in a hotel. The other leaders would invite me to stay at their place, and
Most
I
do.
would
That's
invite
great.
them to stay at
Yeah.
my place. So it's like I don't know, it's hard to even describe it. It's just beautiful. It's like a
It is a community, but it's almost
family
family.
of
It's
choice.
family.
Some are good, some aren't so
Yeah.
good.
Right. Yeah, that's a very good point. I remember you made me remember that I had my boss was supposed to be this is when I was working for the airlines for JetBlue. My boss was supposed to be speaking for a national, what are they called? Event planners, national event planners. So these are event planners that they had big jobs. They were big companies and stuff. So my boss was supposed to speak to this at the Grand Hyatt in New York City. And at the last minute, she
No,
was told that she couldn't do it because
no.
her sister was the organizer. Her
Oh
sister was an
no.
event planner, and they told her this is a conflict of interest. So they called me. I'm like, oh my liver, right? I'm a recruiter at the time. I'm always in front of people, and I've done talks in front of people, but they said, Gail, you got to help us with this. Okay, so I get ready, and this was when email had first started, and they said you're going to talk about email marketing, how to send emails, how to talk in an email, how it's different because you're not talking person to person. You have to watch what you say, and you're not live. You're sending an email, so you have to be careful because you have no personality in an email. Anyway,
Oh,
I prepared something. I go to the Grand Hyatt in New York City and I'm there.
oh
And
my
they had no,
God.
the technology wasn't working.
Oh my gosh.
So
Stress,
I was supposed to
stress.
talk for 40 minutes. Well, by the time they got everything working, which they actually never did, I had like a talk. And I was all prepared for 40 minutes. Well, it turned into about 20 minutes, and it's a Friday afternoon. Nobody wants to hear me because it's a Friday afternoon and they're in New York City. They want to get the heck out of there. So anyway, it actually was very good. I just was off the cuff. I have no idea what I said, but they love me. And I got cards from all over the country saying that was awesome. You were the best, blah, blah. I got all these cards, but it was because I just winged it. And I thought if I'm in the audience, maybe this is what I want to hear. I don't know what happened, but you got to be prepared with something in life. Like if you get caught, like you have to do your 60-second commercial number one, your 30 elevator speech, whatever. You have to tell them who you are, what's in it for them, for you to work with me, kind of thing. So there's a lot of stuff we can teach because, like you said, I'm old too. I'm old too. We're such old farts. But when you've lived a long life, you can give a lot back. And so I think that you have to take advantage of other people's experience, young or old, because we got new generation coming. They do things differently, possibly, and it's all good. So we all help each other. We all learn from each other. And the national, I'm gonna love. I just can tell I'm gonna love it. And I love the breakout idea. I've done those things before where you got 3 people, 4 people, and get your own time to talk. And Marian, you guys, you did a great job putting this together, and I think it's going to be a huge success.
In my mind, it's already a huge success.
It is, but it's going to be to touch a lot
It's,
of people. It's going to
yes,
touch a lot of
yes,
people.
I agree with that. I do. I do.
Just
Well,
saying.
thank you for joining us today. I hope you learned something, and I hope you join us in our new adventure. We've got old adventures and new adventures, and you can join both. Because we really do have something for almost everyone. Unless you're mean or you want to talk about religion or politics, you won't fit in
We don't
then.
do that.
We don't
No.
do that. But other than that, there's hardly any rules. Just be nice. Just be
Just hardly
nice.
any rules, right? And the digital office at home, at 12:30 or 11:30, meets on Monday and Thursday. And that I know you do put in the description. So no matter what time you're watching this, it might be the next day or it might be Thursday or something. So just put that in your calendar and come and visit us. Come
Yeah.
and visit us. If you have a business, at least visit once so you can see what we do and then bring what you would like us to help you with. If you're stuck on something, just
That's
feel
right.
free to speak. And we got all of us, all different personalities. We can chat about it and help you.
There you
Honest.
go. Lots of different personalities. All right. Thank you again for joining us. We will see you again next week. We're here every Monday. You may be watching us at a different time, but that's all right. And we are asking for people we can talk to. If you,
Interview. Yeah, like a
yeah, we'd
nice
love
talk
to.
about yourself. We want you to get out there. We're going to draw this out so people can see who you are. We help you.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Come on
All right.
down.
Bye for now.